All right, Bulls fans, I know we're disgusted after a tough loss against the Nets, and I think it's clear that we're probably not going to win an NBA championship, but I will argue that the Chicago Bulls are still going to take home some hardware this year. I'm going to be talking about how DeMar DeRozan should win the Clutch Player of the Year award, how Coby White should win the Most Improved Player of the Year award, and how Alex Caruso should also make the All-Defensive Team, and how this is actually going to shape the future of the team going into the offseason. I'm Rico Greenhowe. I'm your host, and this is another episode of Bulls Digest. And so before we jump into it, I wanted to let you know that 75.1% of you guys that watch the videos are not subscribers. Make sure that you go ahead and you hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date with all the latest news and happenings with the Chicago Bulls. So with that being said, let's jump into the first part of the video, which is Coby White, the most improved player here. So most improved player. All right, so Coby White has been on a tear, and it is clear that Coby White has come back and he has been much, much improved this year. And I will say this, guys, I know that Coby White is in a tight race with Tyrese Maxey, and don't get me wrong, Tyrese Maxey has been absolutely fabulous here, especially since Joel Embiid has gone down. But I will argue that I think that Coby White has had the most effect on his team versus Tyrese Maxey, and I clearly think that he should actually get the award. Now, we're going to be breaking down an article here which was done on Bleacher Nation, so let's jump into what was said there. So, Coby White, most improved player. While Coby White's most improved player odds have shifted plenty this season, he struggled to surpass the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey is the favorite. As we discussed near the end of February, the Chicago Bulls guard sat behind the 76ers young star for the prestigious end of the year honor. FanDuel had Maxey as a minus 200 favorite at the time, while White held the second best odds at plus 380. It revealed that the 23-year-old likely still had a steep hill to climb to persuade voters, but that didn't stop White. He grabbed a rope and a belay to continue his ascent. Over the next couple of weeks, White dished 12 assists in a win over Cleveland, scored a career-high 37 points in a win over Sacramento, and his 7 threes in a victory over the Utah Jazz. And he also finished with 20 points and 7 assists over the Golden State Warriors. Fast forward to March 21st, and Maxey leads as the favorite has shrunk dramatically here, or drastically. White's odds to take home the award improved to plus 120, while Maxey fell to just minus 170. Unfortunately, however, things have only trended back in the wrong direction in recent days. White hasn't necessarily looked the same since missing 3 straight contests with a hip injury. He's only averaged 16 points per game on 33.8% shooting from the field. Over the Bulls' last 4 contests, Maxey has moved back to being a minus 280 favorite for the award on FanDuel, and White has dipped to a bit to plus 185 on DraftKings and has even less confidence in White's ability to steal the award, putting Maxey at minus 300 and White at plus 220 here. So, all right, so guys, it's interesting here. So, I mean, like I was saying leading into the topic, I will give Tyrese Maxey his credit. He has looked terrific. I will give them the fact that, yes, Coby White has digressed a little bit. It took him a little bit of time to get back into the rhythm. He also has stated that, that it has kind of taken a little bit of time to kind of get back into rhythm. Keep in mind that, while he was out, DeRozan was still cooking. And then also, too, Dosunmu was also cooking as well. So, I mean, it's kind of like assimilating himself back into the lineup and being able to mesh with the team, which is what we love about Coby White and why I think that, again, when Coby White is in the lineup for the Chicago Bulls, they have another bit of dynamic ability in that backcourt. And it seems to me that they're so close to getting back to where they were when they had Lonzo Ball. And I think that that's going to be huge with Coby White because he actually helps push the pace, and I think he settles us in the half-court game as well. So, I know that Maxey, again, he has a little bit of the edge here, but I just think that Coby White has been more effective for his team. So that leads into the next point here, which is DeMar DeRozan and him essentially locking up the clutch award for the year. So that brings us to DeMar's Clutch Player of the Year award. And look, my initial thoughts about this is that DeMar DeRozan has been outstanding. I know that we get a lot of pushback about DeMar DeRozan and the age for DeMar DeRozan, but look, DeMar DeRozan has absolutely played himself into another good contract, and I think he's played himself and earned his right into a good situation where he is actually playing basketball as a starter. All right, so I mean, there's some guys that they get to a certain point or a certain age in their career, and they go ring chasing and they should come off the bench. DeMar DeRozan has not shown that. Like, DeMar DeRozan, to me, he's literally gotten better. And I think that this is a testament to the work that DeMar DeRozan has done. And I think this is why DeMar DeRozan should come back to the Chicago Bulls. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a possibility of a team-friendly deal or what pieces we're going to have to move, but I'm absolutely in favor that we bring DeMar DeRozan back. And here's some of the statistics in this article. All right, so since February 1st, DeRozan has led the league with 89 clutch points scored. The next closest player over that stretch is De'Aaron Fox with just 49 points. DeRozan also holds a record of 22 and 15 in clutch games this season, whereas Curry's record is 20 and 18. What I find to be the most telling stat is the points scored in the final 30 seconds of clutch games. DeRozan leads the NBA with 57 points on 50% shooting. He's also gotten to the free throw line for a ridiculous 32 of 40 performance. This dude is just incredible, and it's inevitable that this guy is absolutely going to be the Clutch Player of the Year award. So, and unlike Coby White, DeMar DeRozan stands above all else in his end of the year award race. The veteran forward remains the leader of the NBA Clutch Player of the Year award. FanDuel lists him at minus 240 compared to Steph Curry's plus 185. So, all right, guys, I mean, essentially that pretty much states it for you. I mean, this guy is incredible in the clutch, shooting 50% there in the closing moments of games. That is incredible. And for the people out there that push back on DeMar DeRozan, think about that. Where else in free agency are you going to find a guy like that that can take you home like this? Look, the last time the Chicago Bulls had like a clutch player like that, it was MJ. Now, I'm not saying that he's Michael Jordan or anything like that, but I am saying that this guy has been one of the clutchest players that the Bulls have had over so many years. And so I think that, you definitely want to put some respect on that. And as we continue to build, you need a guy like this who can show you how to win. I think it's inevitable here. So let's move on to the next one. And that is Caruso's All-Defensive First Team Award. All right. Dude, Caruso is on a tear. All right, Caruso is the man, the myth, and the legend when it comes to defense, guys. And this is what this article had to say. These statistics are just as incredible as DeMar DeRozan here. So this is what was said here. Caruso has repeatedly taken on the toughest matchups regardless of the position this season, and a mere glance at his head-to-head numbers on the NBA.com is stunning. Here are some of the top names he's held to a subpar shooting performance this season. Tyrese Halliburton, 4 games, 5 of 15. Scotty Barnes, 4 games, 5 of 14 from the field. You had Jason Tatum, 3 games, 4 of 12 from the field. De'Aaron Fox, 2 games, 5 of 15. Tyrese Maxey, 3 games, 6 of 18 from the field. Donovan Mitchell, 2 games, 5 of 12 from the field. And Kevin Durant, 4 of 15 from the field. So leads us into the final point here. Again, it doesn't matter the size or position. Caruso has shown the capabilities to guard almost every type of player in the league at just 6'5". The best stat that underscores that is probably this one. Only 2 players in the NBA have recorded over 100 steals and 60 blocks this season: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Alex Caruso. As far as I'm concerned, that stat alone makes Caruso worthy of his second straight all-defensive first-team nod. All right, I totally agree with this, and I think that the bottom line is that Caruso defends at a high level, and I personally saw Caruso play in person when he was playing with the Lakers, actually before he actually became the Caruso that we know when Lonzo Ball first came in the league at Summer League. And so Caruso, I mean, I know they list him at like 6'5". He really doesn't even look that way in person. So the fact that he's able to guard like this at a high level, it's amazing to see this guy go at this level and still be actually effective on the offensive end, guys. And I mean, look, he is pretty much a guy that can get it in any way possible. I mean, he's a terrific person that moves without the basketball. He has gotten a lot better with the three-point shot. And at some points, he is a good creator of his own shot. And I love how he finishes in traffic as well. And so that brings me to the final point, guys. Like, this is huge for the Bulls moving into the offseason because this is going to, I think, dictate if we were to bring back DeMar DeRozan. And I think that if management is looking at this, again, I'm running out the point. You're not going to find a guy that is more clutch than DeMar DeRozan. I haven't seen a free agent that we are targeting that would be able to close basketball games like DeMar DeRozan. I'm pretty sure that there is a lot of clubs out there that would love to have a closer like DeMar DeRozan. And the fact that he is listed with Stephen Curry in this, guys, I mean, you know what Steph Curry has done. You've seen it time and time again what Steph Curry has done. You're not going to find another guy like DeMar DeRozan to close like that. Defensively with Alex Caruso, we need defense for sure. And I'm not sure that you can find defenders like that, but with what Caruso brings, I mean, it pairs perfectly with Javonte Green, who we just signed back, and we need to sign him some more, I'm going to say, for another 10-day contract or for the end of the season, but that's another topic. But bottom line is, this guy is a guy that, again, the Lakers would say that they severely miss Caruso, and I think the Chicago Bulls would severely miss him as well. I just don't know if there's another building block piece that you're going to find if you trade him away. And Coby White, look, he may possibly not get the most improved player of the year award, although I think so. I think if you are a voter, you need to seriously look at the effect that he has had on the Chicago Bulls as far as the win totals and things like that, and how he has elevated the people around him as well. And I just think that with Coby White, he's obviously shown that he is the building block of the future. And it's funny that I look back and it was like, do we sign Coby White? Are we going to sign Dosunmu? And it's so funny that now that we fast forwarded, guys, that this guy is a building block. So I just think that we see the value in DeRozan, we see the value in Caruso, and we see the future in Coby White. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is Rico Greenhowe, another episode of Bulls Digest. And as usual, guys, go Bulls. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.